So, dance lessons. At the age of 5, my mother enrolled me, like every good Southern little girl should be, in dance lessons at Louise Van Tassel's dance school in Rock Hill, South Carolina. There was actually a dance teacher named Louise Van Tassel. And this is what Louise Van Tassel taught me. She taught me how to twirl. She taught me how to twist, how to plie, which I can barely do anymore at 60. And she taught us the ever important pivot. Little did I know that those dance lessons that my mother left me in for 5 years, although I have no sense of rhythm and cannot plie, although I can still do first position, not just ballet, but tap lessons, which I only liked because I could wear my tap shoes when my mother wasn't looking on her hardwood floors and practice there. But also little did I know how the lessons from Louise Van Tassel of the Louise Van Tassel Dance School would come home to roost in 2020. Like all of us in January, I looked at the year as an open, beautiful thing. In November, there would be a week-long trip that I make every year to Santa Fe, New Mexico, in the land of enchantment, where the air is rarefied, where the light is luminous. Canceled. My parents have a place at the beach 4 weeks every year. My dad is 87 with COPD. My mom is 82. And I live in a hot spot. And I haven't seen them since Christmas, because I won't be the person that causes their death. Little did I know that soon, in March, that I would not only have to deal with a pandemic, which quite frankly, when you run an office of lawyers, which is like herding cats, or worse. Herding lawyers is worse, yeah, it's true. Little did I know the twirling that I would have to do to make things work. Because you see, we represent people whose liberties are at stake. And all of a sudden, we were cut off from them. There were no visits to jails. The jails were closed. There were no phone calls because the jails would not let them call, because of course jails are the most sanitary place on earth, and God forbid that they should use a Lysol disinfecting wipe on a phone. The twirling got spinnier and spinnier and spinnier. I could have been on that Barracuda ride. I did not know until late March that my plie would need to be done, as I begged a court not to put my lawyers and workers in danger, not to put my clients, my people who had no voice, in danger, and that I would have to do an absolute curtsy in order to even be heard on these issues. And in fact, got told by the chief judge at the time, stop sending these emails, you're annoying me. But then the pivot came. When we all banded together, and one of our senior judges told this judge, who was sick of my emails, my bratty little emails, that he needed to start taking this shit seriously and close the courts down. And that was all well and fine for, 6 weeks. But we're in October. And I have people in jail who would like to pivot their cases closed. And we cannot. So he made another pivot called Zoom court. And we made another pivot to be able to see clients called Zoom hearings. And talk the court into taking computers and cameras and microphones to the jails so we can meet with our clients in a private setting. Do you know that last week I had a hearing with a client who I had never met in person except seeing his face on the screen. And from the screen, he looked like this big, huge, burly guy. And he came in and he was this little, teeny, tiny Mexican guy. And I was like, Gabrielle, is that you? And he was like, Miss Tina, is that you? The pivots, the twirling, the plie continue. And until we are through this, we will continue to pivot, plie, and twirl. But it is the dance of life right now. And those twirls, and those plies, and those pivots can still make life wonderful if you let it. Thank you.
Thank you.